seconds, 20 seconds, maybe a minute if you're really good. Now, imagine holding your breath for 90 minutes while diving deep into the ocean's abyss. That's just a normal day for a sperm whale. Whales are majestic, mysterious, and masters of the deep. But how do these massive mammals, who live their entire lives in the water, breathe air just like us? Today, we're taking a deep dive, literally, into the fascinating journey of whale breathing, from the ocean depths to the air above. It's a story of incredible biological engineering, a story that connects these giants of the sea to their land-dwelling ancestors. So take a deep breath and let's explore the extraordinary world of how whales breathe. First, let's get one thing straight. Whales are mammals, not fish. This means they have lungs, not gills, and they absolutely need to surface to breathe oxygen from the air. But unlike us, they can't just casually breathe through their mouths or noses whenever they want. Their entire respiratory system is a masterpiece of evolution, perfectly adapted for a life spent almost entirely underwater. The most obvious adaptation is the blowhole. What we call a blowhole is actually a whale's nose, conveniently located on the top of its head. This placement is genius. It allows the whale to breathe without having to lift its entire massive body out of the water. Just a quick skim of the surface is enough to get a lungful of fresh air. Think about it. If their nose were on their face like ours, every breath would be a monumental effort. Depending on the species, whales have either one or two blowholes. Baleen whales, like the massive blue whale and the humpback, have two blowholes, side by side, kind of like our two nostrils. Toothed whales, such as dolphins, porpoises, sperm whales, and orcas, have just a single blowhole. When a whale surfaces, powerful muscles around the blowhole relax, opening the passage. The whale then forcefully exhales. This is what creates the famous spout, or blow, that you see. Many people mistakenly think this spout is just water from the ocean. While it does contain some surface water, the visible cloud is primarily warm, moist air from the whale's lungs, condensing in the cooler outside air, mixed with a bit of mucus. It's the same principle as seeing your breath on a cold day. After this powerful exhale, the whale takes a massive, rapid inhale, filling its enormous lungs in just 1 or 2 seconds before the muscles contract again, sealing the blowhole watertight for the next dive. The sheer scale of this process is mind-boggling. A blue whale, the largest animal on Earth, has lungs the size of a small car. With a single breath, it can exchange up to 90% of the air in its lungs. Compare that to humans, who typically exchange only about 15 to 20% of our lung capacity with a normal breath. This incredible efficiency is key to their long dives. It allows them to get the maximum amount of oxygen in the shortest possible time at the surface. They don't linger. It's a quick, efficient, and powerful transaction with the atmosphere before they disappear back into their watery world. So they've got their oxygen now. How do they make it last for so long underwater? This is where the truly incredible internal adaptations come into play. It's not just about having big lungs. Whales have a whole suite of biological tricks to conserve oxygen. Firstly, their blood and muscles are oxygen-storing powerhouses. They have a much higher concentration of hemoglobin in their blood and myoglobin in their muscle tissue compared to land mammals. Hemoglobin carries oxygen in the blood, and myoglobin stores oxygen directly in the muscles. This means they have a personal, internal scuba tank, allowing them to keep vital tissues supplied with oxygen, even when they aren't breathing. But that's not all. When a whale dives, it initiates something called the dive reflex. This is a series of physiological changes that are all about one thing: radical oxygen conservation. First, their heart rate slows down dramatically. This is known as bradycardia, a blue whale's heart, which can weigh as much as a car. Might beat around 30 times a minute at the surface, but during a deep dive, it can slow to as few as 2 to 4 beats per minute. A slower heart rate means less oxygen is being used to power the circulatory system. At the same time, the whale's circulatory system reroutes itself. Blood flow is drastically reduced to non-essential organs and tissues, like the skin and parts of the digestive system. Instead, the oxygen-rich blood is prioritized and directed to the most critical organs: the brain, the heart, and the swimming muscles. It's like that. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into something super fun, super easy, and incredibly delicious. We're going to turn an ordinary lunch into an extraordinary adventure. That's right, we're making car-shaped sandwiches. This is the perfect activity to do with your kids, or frankly, just to bring a little bit of joy to your own meal. It's all about playing with your food in the best way possible. So, what do you need to get started on this culinary road trip? It's simpler than you think. First, grab your favorite sandwich bread. It could be white, whole wheat, sourdough, whatever you love. Softer breads tend to work best because they're easier to cut and press. Next, you'll need your sandwich fillings. Think classics like ham and cheese, turkey and Swiss, or even a simple peanut butter and jelly. We'll also explore some more creative filling ideas later on. And of course, the star of the show, car-shaped cookie cutters. You can find these online or in most kitchen supply stores. They come in all sorts of cool designs, from classic sedans to sporty race cars and even big trucks. Having a variety makes it even more fun. Let's assemble our first vehicle. I'm going with a classic ham and cheese today. The key is to keep your fillings relatively thin and evenly spread. If you have big chunks of lettuce or tomato, it can make it harder to get a clean cut. So, I've got my 2 slices of bread, a slice of ham, and a slice of cheese. I'll just place them neatly together. Now, take your cookie cutter. I'm choosing this cool little convertible shape. Press it down firmly onto the sandwich. Wiggle it a little bit to make sure it cuts all the way through the bread and the fillings. Then carefully lift the cutter and pop out your perfect little car sandwich. Look at that. How cute is this? And the best part, you've got these crusts left over. Don't throw them away. You can toast them with a little butter and cinnamon sugar for a tasty snack, or save them to make homemade croutons. No food waste here. Now, let's talk about adding some details to really make these cars pop. This is where your creativity can really shine. For wheels, you can use slices of black olives, cucumbers, or even small round crackers. Just a tiny dab of cream cheese or mayonnaise can act as the glue to stick them on. For headlights, a little dot of mustard or a tiny piece of yellow bell pepper works great. You could even use a fine-tipped food-safe marker to draw on little details like a driver or racing stripes. Imagine a whole plate of these, each one decorated differently. It's not just a sandwich, it's a piece of edible art. Let's try another one. This time, I'm going for a peanut butter and jelly. A little tip for PB&J, spread a thin layer of peanut butter on both slices of bread. This creates a barrier that prevents the jelly from making the bread soggy, especially if you're packing this for a school lunch. Once you've got your peanut butter barrier, add your jelly in the middle. Now, let's pick a different cutter. I've got this awesome truck-shaped one here. Same process. Press down firmly, give it a little jiggle, and lift. Perfect for this truck. Maybe we can use some pretzel sticks as a lumber load sticking out the back. See, the possibilities are endless. You can create a whole traffic scene on a plate. Beyond the classics, what other fillings work well? A cream cheese and cucumber sandwich is fantastic. The green from the cucumber skin can even look like racing stripes if you slice it thin. Tuna salad or egg salad also work, but make sure they're not too chunky. For a sweet treat, how about a Nutella and banana sandwich, or cream cheese with thinly sliced strawberries? The key is to match the fillings to the person you're making it for. This is a great way to encourage picky eaters to try new things. When their food looks this fun, they're much more likely to give it a taste. Think about creating a whole themed meal. You could have your car sandwiches parked next to a road of black bean dip with a stoplight made of cherry tomato, mango, and kiwi slices. Carrot and celery sticks can become traffic cones. It turns lunchtime into a story, an interactive experience. This is especially great for birthday parties. A platter of assorted car sandwiches is a guaranteed hit with kids and adults alike. It's a conversation starter and just makes everyone smile. It's simple, but it's thoughtful. Let's do a quick recap of the top tips for perfect car sandwiches every time. 1. Use soft bread. 2. Keep your fillings thin and even. 3. Press down firmly with your cookie cutter. 4. Don't throw away the crusts, repurpose them. And 5. Get creative with your decorations. Use veggies, fruits, and other little snacks to bring your vehicles to life. The most important rule is to have fun with it. There's no right or wrong way to decorate your sandwich car. Let your imagination be your guide. This is more than just a meal prep hack. It's about making memories. I still remember my mum making fun-shaped sandwiches for me as a kid, and it always made me feel so special. It's a small gesture that shows you care, and it takes just a few extra minutes. So next time you're packing a lunch or just looking for a fun kitchen project, grab those cookie cutters and get ready to hit the road. I promise you, the smiles you'll get will be totally worth it. It's a simple way to add a little bit of magic to an ordinary day. I'd love to see what you all create. If you try this at home, take a picture and tag us on social media. I can't wait to see your sandwich fleets and edible traffic jams. What other fun shapes should we try next? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video and want more fun and easy food ideas, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a thing. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Happy creating, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.